More than 5 years after his debut single, Jake Owen finally hit the top of the charts with Barefoot Blue Jean Night last year. Little did he know at the time, but his follow-up single to that hit song would also go all the way to #1. We had a chance to catch up with Jake and the writers behind Alone With You at a party at Nashville's Cabana to celebrate.
We're here celebrating a big #1, Alone With You. Congratulations. I'm here with the songwriters who did it all. Now tell me, when you came in that day to write, who brought in the idea?
I think, well, I mean, the idea that it started with was mine. I was reading a book called Running with Scissors. It's a pretty popular book, and I thought that was the weirdest, coolest title. And a lot of people don't jump onto ideas like that, but these two, I knew they'd go for it.
I loved it.
And we wrote to that title. It didn't end up being the title. It didn't even end up making the song, but that's where we started, and we just kind of all told our stories that related, and I think we all three had similar experiences at some point, and so we just told the truth about it, and it turned into Alone With You.
Turned into a great song. Now, was this the first time that you had collaborated? I know you two have written together before and had a #1. Congratulations with Kenny Chesney just recently. Now, was this the first time all three of you had been together?
Yes, and we have a dear friend, Leanne Phelan, that had been trying to get us together for years, and so I'm grateful to her. But it was just, obviously we have fun together. We just, you know, it's ridiculous we haven't written together again.
I know.
Oh
my goodness.
Well, you know, it's one of those things where you get so busy because of things like this, and JT lives out of town, and Kat's always in LA, and we all write in other combinations, but we haven't all been able to get our schedules together, and when we see each other, it's just like magic. We could probably write right now. Right now. Yeah.
That would be fun.
Did you know when you wrote it that, wow, this would be great for Jake, or did you just turn it in, demo it? How'd that work?
I have to give credit. I thought it was good, but I don't know if I was thinking about it much. But Kat really believed in it. She wanted to make the demo. And then when I heard the demo that they made and Shane sang, I was like, this is a hit song. So I have to give credit to them. I mean, I liked it, but I'm glad that they took the initiative to get it going.
Now, who got it to Jake, and when did you know it was going to be recorded by Jake?
Well, it was a little bit of a village, like most songs are, and I think my plugger Lisa Johnson started with the record label, and then Shane has a really good relationship with Jake and just took the opportunity during a co-write one day and just really believed in it, and thank God pushed it.
It takes so many people to get a song cut, heard, convince them. So anytime, you know, any relationship, if it's management, if it's A&R, if it's the artist, of course, that's the best bet. But any time that we had a chance, we were plugging that song because we knew they were interested, and we just wanted to keep it on their radar.
And for Jake to say that, I think it's so cool for a tough guy. I mean, he's a golfer, and he came out and said such a wonderful thing. It's vulnerable. It's usually the girls we're at home crying and saying that kind of stuff. Like, I'm so glad Jake did it. What did you think about that?
I felt the exact same. I think that it changed the perception of what men in country music can say. I think you'll see a lot more vulnerability like that, because usually it is the woman being left or led on or left in that situation. And when we were writing it, I know that one of the things was the hand under the shirt line, which was Kat's, and it was so important. But it was hard to imagine a girl saying that. But that was too much. But then also the idea of a guy saying no or trying to say no was also hard to imagine. But we didn't want to change it because it felt honest. All of it felt so honest to us, and we just hoped that someone would have the courage to say it. And I mean, he did.
And we've got, I know I've had this experience, and I think you have too. We've got many artists that are like, where's my Alone With You? Yeah. I mean, I've written with a couple artists that are like, I want a song like that, and now they're all wanting to. I think the tough cowboy thing, I think women want to see, for the love of God, I want to see this guy break down.
I can't be alone with you. Got me out on the edge every time you call.
We're here with Jake Owen celebrating his second #1 in a row. Congratulations.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that.
So proud of you. Now, this song for you, the message that it sends out, you sort of like set a standard for men in country music saying this. What do you think about that? I mean, how was it tricky or?
I mean, I don't know if I set a standard really for men in country music. I think there's been many before me that have, Conway Twitty had a lot of, pretty intimate songs that was very truthful and coming from a man's perspective, it's kind of vulnerable. I was just lucky to have the song. After Barefoot Blue Jean Night did really well, I was really lucky to have people send me great songs. And JT Harding and Cat Gravitt and Shane McAnally that wrote this tune they wrote a monster song. And when I heard it, I said, if I am lucky enough to get this song and put my voice on it, I think it'll do pretty well. So I actually fought the label to put this song out as the second single because I just believed in it that much. And luckily it worked and I didn't look like an idiot. So I'm thankful for everyone that helped me make that a #1.
We still have tons more music up ahead, so make sure to keep it right here. We'll be back with more Inside Music Row right after this.